Um, I'm I'm hoping that Jalen Hurts gets an opportunity after this game to play Arizona and Dallas because they're defenses that I think he could really perform well against.
Right.
I wore a Jalen Hurts shirt during the game last week, so I kind of was putting that into the atmosphere.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's hard when your football team's going through this. At the same time, I'm super excited for Dylan that they moved on from their coach because it's just good to know when your team hits the bottom because they've only got one place to go. And when you look around the NFL, the Browns are 9-3. You know what I mean? Anything is possible. We got this.
Literally. So we're going to be all right. We're going to come back. You know, I feel like we'll get a good GM in here. And stuff I've been hearing, you know, the buzz out now that we're talking to Louis Riddick and all that good stuff. So I would like us to go in that direction, like a Louis Riddick, Eric Bieniemy type deal. So I'll be good with that. But we're talking about the NFL.
Ask him about Carson Wentz.
Go ahead.
Since he brought it up, do you think, you know, all the people are talking about, you know, he might want to reunite with Frank Wright? Do you think Jalen Hurts could potentially be taking his spot for a long term?
So I actually think the advantage of taking a quarterback like Jalen Hurts where they did is his contract is so low. Mm-hmm. So for the next 4 years, he's making $6 million total. So can you get upset that Carson Wentz is making 30? Sure. But combined, they're making 31. And if you look at, if you look at other quarterback rooms in the NFL, they're going to be around the same thing. And I have talked to a lot of quarterbacks that have told me if it starts going bad and you get benched, it could actually be a big benefit because it removes you from the cycle. Now, instead of being pressured all week and thinking about everything that you have to remember, it's a little bit less on your plate and you're watching someone else go through it. When you go out in the field and there's blitzes and stuff, instead of being in the pressure, you see it and you're able to digest it more. I think Carson needs to step away just for a breather. We're not going to the Super Bowl this year anyway, and he ain't going anywhere because I don't think the Colts are going to trade for that contract as it is. I think they're sitting there going, we could probably get Sam Darnold for cheaper. You know what I mean? Like there's another place to go for them. Mm-hmm. But I also don't know if Carson's done. I think we're very quick with that. I also think that there is truth to the fact that his offensive line has been absolutely abysmal. Yeah. And I think that the fans need to see that Jalen Hurts isn't ready. And I think the fans need to see that he's going to be under constant pressure to the Saints. And sometimes you need to leave for people to miss you. And I'm not saying that he's definitely going to be fixed, but I'm still thinking about last season when he won 4 games in a row with Boston Scott and Greg Ward. And I was like, we can't crown him then and turn on him now. All he had this year was Jason Kelsey. Everybody else was hurt. So, I'm not ready to give up, but I do understand giving it a break.
You know, our fan base is just ruthless, though. Really, what have you done for me lately? Because my biggest thing is, I'm like, guys, we just won a Super Bowl. They like a lot of, because I do the Eagles YouTube page, and all of my people are like, oh, you know, like our ring is old. I'm like, we never had one. It's still new for us. Like, they're ready to win.
Well, how many championships have been since us? 3 or 2? The Patriots beat the Falcons. I think there's been 3.
And the Patriots beat the Rams. Mm-hmm. And then Chiefs beat the Chiefs. Right, the 49ers.
So I think after 3 Super Bowls, you can't keep that Super Bowl glow anymore. So I'm going to sound a little bit like the Eagles fans.
Well, I'm glowing for the Super Bowl because we never had one, and we turned it around quick from the Chip Kelly era, in my opinion. I didn't think we were that bad. So I'm still feeling good about it.
I think like this. So the year after the Super Bowl, the Eagles, Wentz gets hurt again. Nick Foles comes in. They upset the Bears. They go to New Orleans. Were we as good as the year before? No. But at the same point, we were also exceeding expectations. Last year, a lot of injuries, all that stuff. Right now, though, in the last 3 years, you have passed on DK Metcalf and Justin Jefferson. All of the draft picks that you've made are not looking like fruitful. Even somebody like Miles Sanders that you thought was going to be good is not. All the risks you've taken on the offensive line. And so it's sort of like when you go to the refrigerator and your roommate ate all your stuff. And you're like, whoa, like I thought I was stocked and I don't have anything right now. And I think Eagles fans know what it's like to go through a year or two of rebuilding. And I think the tough thing is thinking back to after they won the Super Bowl, it felt like that could go on for a while. And I think that's why it's starting to hit people now, where it's like, not only is it not going on, we likely won't bounce back quickly.
That's true.